Okay, so let's have a quick recap what we have discussed in the last session. In the last session, we have discussed about the introduction part about our Azure Devops, whatever the things we are going to learn in this particular training. In today's session, we are going to start with how to create our Azure account. But before going to this topic, any question anyone have, please raise your hand. Yes, Assam, you can unmute.
Yeah, can we pay in the US? I'm trying to pay for one other course through your portal, but it doesn't take our cards. Is there? And I heard other people complaining the same.
Yes, some people are complaining that they are not able to pay, but some people are able to pay. So we guys are not able to identify what is that actually issue into that.
I
Because
in particular, I've tried it more than 10 times, and it's not
I
joining.
mean, yeah, I know that few people are saying they are not able to pay, few people are saying they are few people, we are receiving the payments in dollars. Even I have tried also yesterday. I was able to pay. I'm from United States, so I'm able to pay. So I don't know where that issue is coming it. So we have already informed that particular issue to our payment gateway, which we are using it.
Okay.
So they are checking it. If we get any solution, we'll update you guys also. So till that time, what you can do is you can drop email to our support team.
Yeah,
Might I have so they will share the PayPal link to you.
yeah, they just did that. I was thinking maybe they have somebody in the US now we could Zelle or something like that.
No, I can't receive that payment. They are not from the India. They are not from the US. They are from the India. So you need to pay by using PayPal to them.
Okay, thank you.
Did you send already email or you need to send email to them?
I've sent it already.
Okay, you have already sent it.
Yes.
So
It's in
did you
the
get a reply from their side?
They sent me a PayPal link.
Okay. So you can pay by using the PayPal link, or you can after that you pay share a screenshot with them.
Okay.
Okay. If you have not received anything, please put me in CC. Okay. You have my email ID also.
No.
Let me share my email ID. So here is that email ID I'm sharing in the chat box. You can also put me in CC if you have not received anything or if anything is getting delay.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, Prasad.
Yeah, hi.
Hi.
Hi. Actually, yesterday I have missed my class actually.
Hmm.
Today I have joined, but what happened last class? Can you please repeat it if it is possible?
That was just an introduction about you guys and myself and what the things we are going to learn in the training. Means whatever the course content which is there, that's what we have discussed in the last session. And if you are going to join this particular course, what are the things I'm going to provide you?
Okay,
That
and
was
one more
also.
thing, I have 11 years of experience.
Hmm.
Okay, but I wanted to learn for this one. I mean, earlier I'm a Salesforce guy actually, but after that I am
Okay.
planning to shift this Azure side actually. Uh,
Okay.
is there any we can related to we can use it or like how to we can manage actually? I
No,
don't know that.
both are completely different things. There is no interlinked in both the things. Salesforce is a CRM,
Yeah,
and
Salesforce.
this is yes, Salesforce is a CRM. We have worked there, but this is cloud platform, so there is no interlink in both the things.
Yes, I know. But I can achieve for this one or it will
Anyone
be.
can go with this for the person who is fresher or person is having any prior experience. Anyone can go with this course. But yes, if your company is having the cloud projects, the one thing you can do is after learning of this course, you can contact your HR team. And if they have any IGPs, you can fill and you can switch it. That's what I
Okay.
have done 8 years before. I'm
Yeah.
working in the same organization from last 11 years because I have done the same thing there also. I got an
Okay.
opportunity. I know the courses. I've checked with HR. I've switched.
Okay, fine. And one more thing, in mock interviews and everything and all should be conducting, right?
No,
No.
we are not taking any mock interviews. We are just going to share the interview questions at the end of the training.
Okay.
And whatever things are required, I'm going to inform you on the spot in this session. So these things are important. You need to remember it.
Okay.
And
Okay.
even if I'm not informing you, everything is already mentioned in the interview questions, which I'm going to share with you guys.
Okay, sure. Thank you, Ankit.
Okay. If you have any doubt whenever you're doing practice, I'm already sharing my email ID. You guys can email me. But the only thing which I'm saying, when you are going to email me, just mention your batch number. So I know that what information I have shared till now to you. So based on that, I need to reply you.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any more question, Prasad?
No, I'm good, Ankit, actually.
Okay. Thank you. Yes, Atul.
Hi, Ankit.
Hi.
I wanted to, so one of my requirement in our project is to get certified in Azure Data Engineer because we have some work related to that.
Okay.
So
So 203 you're
as
talking
part,
about.
yes, 203. So as part of this course, will I be able to complete that certification or it's a completely different
Impossible.
syllabus?
Impossible. This is
Okay.
DevOps and this is data engineering. You can see here, those are different things.
Mm-hmm.
So with that, it's not
Mm-hmm.
possible. There is no interlink
Okay.
in both the things.
Mm-hmm. So do we have anything related to this data
Mm,
engineering or
No,
data science?
no.
Okay.
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 Any more question,
Okay.
Atul?
No.
Okay. Anyone have any more question? Okay. Anyone have any question? Please raise your hand. Yes, Shavin, you can unmute. Shavin, you have raised your hand. Okay. So we'll start with our today's topic where we are going to learn about how to create your Azure account. First of all, to create your Azure account, don't use your official email IDs. Always use your personal email IDs. Now, why I'm saying don't use your official email ID because might be your organization is already using a Microsoft server to create their email IDs. Because most of the organization nowadays, Microsoft is using it to create their email IDs. They are using it. So if you are going to use that one, you will not get full access for practice purpose. And might be if your organization get information, they can issue a warning letter also. This happened with one of my student. He has used it and the company got information, they have issued the warning letter to him also. So make sure you are not going to use your official email IDs. Always use your personal email IDs to create your Azure account. Yes, you can use any email ID. It can be Gmail, Yahoo, Hotmail, Outlook.com, whatever you have, you can use any of the personal email ID. There is no restrictions in that. So to create your Azure account, you can go to that particular link which I have mentioned in the PPT. Let me just share that particular link in the chat box. Now I have shared that particular link. If you click on this particular link, you will get a information to click on Start Free. Once you click on Start Free, you will come to this particular page. And then you need to click on Create One. Once you click on Create One, you need to click on Next. After click on Next, you need to enter your email ID. Means whatever the email ID you want to use, it can be Gmail, Yahoo, Hotmail, or Outlook. You need to enter that particular email ID and then click on next. Now, so once you click on next, you need to enter the password. Password can be any password you can enter, minimum of 8 characters long password you can enter here. And when you're entering the password, you can use numbers and characters. It's not mandatory to use, alphabets and numbers you can use. It's not mandatory to use symbols and all those things. So it can be any simple password also you can put, but make sure you are going to put some complex password. That's my suggestion, but it's not any policy set by the Azure. So you can enter a complex password here and then click on next. Once you click on next, you will get a OTP from their side on your email to validate your email ID, whichever you're entering it. So make sure you are going to enter a correct email ID because they are going to validate that particular email. So once you enter the code, click on next. After clicking on next, now here you need to enter your personal details. You need to enter your first name. If you have middle name, you can enter middle name. Then you can enter last name also. Email ID automatically system is going to pick from the previous step, which we are going to do that where we have validated our email ID. So after that, what we need to do, if you scroll down here, you will come to this page and you need to enter your phone number, means mobile number, but make sure you are not going to enter country code. You just need to enter your number. They automatically, as per your location, they are going to pick the country code. And here what you need to do is you need to validate your mobile number. So there are two options to validate your mobile number: by text message or by call. Whichever you feel comfortable, click on that button. You will get an OTP from their side. Enter the OTP. In previous steps, we have validated our email ID. Here we are validating our mobile number. So once you enter the OTP, you need to give your address details. This is very, very important. Address always needs to be exact same as our bank account. Means because to create your Azure account, you need to give some card details also here. So whatever the card details you are giving to them, under the card is whatever the address you have, make sure you are going to use the same address. Now let's take example here. Normally, we guys are writing it flat number 4, comma. Like this, we are writing it. But in bank, it is mentioned as flat 4 only. So which one is correct for us? For us, this one is correct. But for Azure, this one is not correct. For Azure, this one is correct. So whatever the address is mentioned in your bank account, mention as it is same address. So the best practice for this one is log into your bank account by using internet banking or mobile banking and copy the address from there and paste it. If the address is mentioned as one single line, enter in one single line. If it's mentioned in multiple line, use multiple lines. Then you can enter your city, state, postal code. Postal code means PIN code. So once you enter the details, check these checkbox, or if you want to read these terms and conditions, you can read that. Then click on next. Once you click on next, here you need to provide your card details. It can be debit card or credit card you can provide. But make sure you are not going to provide RuPay card. In India, a lot of people have RuPay card. Make sure you are not going to use RuPay card because it does not support RuPay card. And if you are using debit card or credit card in India, by default, international transactions are disabled. So for this one, you need to enable the international transactions also. You don't need to do it for a lot of money, just you can do it for 10 rupees, because to validate your card details, they are going to deduct 2 rupees from your account. And those 2 rupees also you will get a refund in 3 to 5 working days. So just enter cardholder name, card number, expiry date, and CVV. And as per, those are from India, for them especially I'm telling, as per India government rule, as per RBI rule, they can't deduct anything from your account till the time you're not giving a confirmation to them. And this is RBI rule. So you need to validate your card details. Once you validate your card details, this is how your account look like when it gets logged in. Sometimes what happen when you give your card details, on the spot your account get ready, but sometimes it happen, it will take near about half an hour or 1 hour it will take. But once your account is ready, you can log in. This is how your account will look like. And you can click on subscription. You will get a first option, or here in navigate also you will get a subscription option. Click there. You will get a free trial subscription. You will get a free trial subscription. But right now, sometime from last few days, I'm getting an email from my students from last not days, few months. Sometimes the subscription name is not showing us as free trial. But most of these cases, free trial is showing. If it's not showing free trial, you don't need to worry about that. Just click on the subscription name. Under the subscription, it is mentioned as free trial. Where it is going to mention, let me show you that. My subscription is not anymore free trial because this account is older than 30 days. We'll log into my account. Let me enter an OTP. Okay. So here we have a subscription. I'm going to subscription. Click on my subscription name. It is showing right now as pay as you go. Here. So here you will get the information as free tier. If might be the name is not same, you can check here it is mentioned as free tier. This will 100% mention 100% free tier when you are going to create your account. And even if you get here in the above, it will show you that how much credit you will get. Because whenever you are going to create your account, for first 30 days, you will get a credit from their side, which is going to cost, which is they are giving as 15,800 Indian rupees or 200 US dollars. This much of credit you are getting it whenever you are going to create your Azure account. And this particular credit is valid only for 30 days. If you are not going to use this credit, they are going to remove that particular credit from your account. So it means for first 30 days, you can use any of the Azure service. It is free or it is paid. You can use any of the service. Under this particular credit till the time you are, they are not going to charge you a single rupee. So this credit you will get for first 30 days. But what about after 30 days? It doesn't mean that after 30 days they start charging you. After 30 days, you have a 12 months free quota. In that particular case, what you need to do is you need to upgrade your subscription from free tier to pay as you go. Azure is not going to automatically upgrade your subscription from free tier to pay as you go. You need to manually upgrade. How to do that? I have already my video is ready. Once your subscription get expired, you guys can email me. I'll share that video to you guys. With the help of that video, you can upgrade your subscription from free tier to pay as you. I'm again repeating. It doesn't mean that if you upgrade your subscription from free tier to pay as you go, they start charging you. No, you have a 12 months free quota. If you are under those 12 months free quota, they are not going to charge you, but you need to be very careful in this. You can use only those options whichever is coming under free tier. If you are not going to use that particular options and which are not coming under free tier, then they are going to charge you. So how we get information which thing is coming under free tier? I'll show you that particular list also to you. And then there are few services in Azure we have which are free for lifetime also. Always free. Under 12 months, even after 12 months also, those are free. It means for those, they are not going to charge you. Now, here I have mentioned that particular link. Let me show you that link. First of all, I'm going to share this particular link in the chat box. With the help of this particular link, you guys will get information that how much is coming under your free tier. Scroll down. You can see here, in 140 countries, you will get that free tier. And here is that list of country names. We are getting it. In few of the countries, you are getting it in $2. In few of the countries, they'll convert in your own currency. Like if I talk about in India, they'll convert in your own currency. They will give you 15,800 credit. They are giving it. Now, here are all the services. You can see all free services. Here I'm putting that services name, which you can use under 12 months or always free. So the full list we have. Now, I've already told you, it doesn't mean that in 12 months you can use anything. No. Under 12 months, they have set a free quota to us for per month free quota. And even in that one, you need to use the specific options, whichever they have given to you. If you're going to use those one, then they are not going to charge you. Now, let's talk about virtual machine. You can see here, in Azure, we have a service called virtual machine. That's the next service. We need to learn it now. Virtual machine Linux, virtual machine Windows. So if you are going to use virtual Linux or Windows, for each we have 750 hours per month free. And this is for 12 months. And even they have mentioned the types. If you are going to use these types, what are these types? You will understand in upcoming session. They are not going to charge you, especially in these types, whichever they have mentioned. Other than these types, if you are going to use any other thing, then they are going to charge you after 30 days. For first 30 days, you can use anything. They are not going to charge you till that time you are under their credit. After their credit, then you make sure you are going to use the free tier option. In some cases in Azure, they are mentioning also that this particular thing is coming under free tier, but not in every case. You need to check this particular link whenever you are doing practice. So here this is virtual machine. If I talk about DevOps, we have Azure Devops service. Where is it? Here is it. Always free. 5 user with unlimited private Git repos we are getting. Or what about other options? We have pipeline, we have board also. We have boards are free always. Pipeline is having some limitation. What is the limitation we have for pipeline? You will understand in upcoming session when we are going to discuss about pipeline. At that time, I'm going to inform you. And here we have a Kubernetes service. We are getting it. And where is that container registry? The Docker service, not here. Here is it. Container registry. For this is for 12 months free. So here is it. So 100 GB of the storage you can do under this one. Under 12 months. So make sure you can check this particular link whenever you're doing practice. You can check that also here. So this is how you can create your account by using your personal email ID. Now, any question anyone have, please quickly raise your hand. Yes, Sai. Sai, you can unmute and ask your question.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, Sai.
Yeah. So I was asking that I have already a free account. Actually, I got it from my company, one free subscription. So my 1 month is over, but I also have one Azure DevOps account. So can I continue with that account, or I need to create a new account?
To check what other things you are getting. You said that you are getting from your company. You didn't create that account. So I don't know what they are providing you, what they are not providing you. So you need to check in those things, right?
Okay, actually
Okay.
it's same like a free trial account.
Is that, but you're saying that
So
providing by the
can I
company. So
use
I
that
don't.
because virtual machine option?
No, I understand that one, but I don't know that under that you can practice all the things or not, because that is providing by organization. So might be in this one they have put some restrictions also. So I don't know about those things, what restriction they have put or not. So you need to check. You can start practicing it. If you stuck anywhere, then you need to create account. Okay.
Okay.
But make sure
Okay.
before that one you can once check with them also from your organization also. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank
Yes, Mayur.
Ankit, am I audible?
Yes, Mayur.
So Ankit, I have already utilized this free tire subscription with my personal account. So is it possible to renew again, or with the new email something if I use?
Like why you want to create a new account? May I know when you have created your account?
Oh yes. I guess that's something in last year.
Oh, so it's already near about 1 month, 1 year.
Near about, yeah, might be it's
It's
something
already,
10 months.
it might, so it's a December month, saying you're saying last year. So definitely
Uh,
it's going to be end, or it might be already ended.
okay.
So in that particular case, you need to create a new account if you want a free tier, and make sure you're not going to use the same card details.
Okay.
You need
Yeah.
to use different card, you need to use a different mobile number.
Okay. Yeah.
Or
Got it.
email IDs, definitely you need to use different.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, you can use
Yep.
those things.
Okay. Thank you, Guru.
Yes, Joe, you can unmute.
Can you use school accounts? Because I know that school they have this free Microsoft software applications. So is it possible to use school accounts?
Why you want to use two account when you can practice all the things in one single account? If you want to do something experiment you want to do, you're welcome. You
Yeah,
can do
because
that.
oh, okay.
Okay, it's completely up to your wish. But it's not recommended to create two accounts, because you can practice all the things in one single account. Why you want to create a two accounts? If you
Oh,
want,
okay.
it's
Okay.
most welcome. You can do that. It's completely up to your wish, because you need to give your card details there.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right. Thanks. Okay.
Anyone have any more question? Anyone have any question? You can please raise your hand. Look like no one has any question. So let's continue with our first topic, where we are going to start learning about virtual machine. Before starting of this topic, anyone can tell me what is virtual machine? Anyone knows? Yes, Ashish.
Virtual machine basically we create a virtual environment or virtual system in cloud instead of our physical. Let's say I am using laptop 4 GB RAM, 1 TB hard disk. I have physically available here, but in my virtual machine, I can in Azure I can create a virtual machine with same size which I have, or I can increase my size also as per my requirement.
Correct. So whatever the sheet has said, that's 100% correct. At the laptop which I'm using right now, if I want a same type of computer, I can create that particular computer in Azure. The same type of computer we can create in Azure. Also, when we are going to create the same type of computer in Azure, that particular thing is called as virtual machine. Virtual machine is same like a computer to us. Now, so what we are going to do is we are going to create this virtual server and virtual machine in Azure infrastructure. Okay, I have a question for you. Let's take example, a person is going to buy a laptop or a computer. What are the very basic things? And not don't go in much more in depth. A basic thing every person is going to check whenever he or she is going to buy a computer. Please confirm in the chat box. Very basic things which a person is going to check whenever he or she is buying a computer. Correct. CPU, RAM, hard disk. These are the basic things every person is going to be checked whenever the person is buying a computer. Same thing in Azure also. Whenever we want to create a virtual machine, we need to select these three things. Without these three things, it is impossible to create a virtual machine. And one more thing we are checking it is operating system. So which operating system is supported by the Azure? Here we have the list: Ubuntu, Windows, Red Hat, CentOS, Debian, Oracle, Linux. These are the one supporting by the Azure operating system. Now, I'm going to inform you one terminology. You need to remember the terminology. Right now, I'm using a word operating system because in our daily language, or the person who's not technical, we are using operating system. But in Azure, these are not called as operating system. In Azure, it is called as image. So I'm informing you the terminology. So make sure in our upcoming sessions, you remember the terminology. I know that it's not possible to remember the terminologies in one single day. So, but start practicing it so you guys can easily remember those terminologies. So log into our Azure account, which we have already done. Now, once we log into our Azure account, go to virtual machine. If you see here in my account, it is already showing here, but might be in your account, it is not showing you. So what you can do, you can just search here. So just you can see when I search VR, here I'm getting virtual machine. Create Azure virtual machine. You can see here when I'm trying to create a virtual machine, what is the first thing we have selected? Subscription. Automatically system has selected our subscription here. So prerequisite is subscription that we are already getting it. Second thing is resource group. So before learning a virtual machine, we need to understand what is resource group. I can say resource group is a container which hold all the Azure resources. Resources means virtual machine, IP address, or whatever the other services, whichever we are going to create under Azure. All these services we are going to create under resource group. So if I talk about in a very simple language, resource group is like a folder. Under that particular folder, whatever the Azure services we are going to create, those we need to put into that. Without resource group, you can't create resources. Not just virtual machine, even if I talk about other services also, whichever we have, if you want to create, it is mandatory to have a resource group. Without resource group, you can't create any of the resources because all the resources is going to manage at one single place under resource group. So in Azure, we have an option at one single place. We can check whatever the resources you have created. You don't need to go to different pages to check whatever the resources you have created. At one single place, you can check. So you can create a resource group from here also, just by click on create new and give the name, click on OK. This is one option. Other option is you can directly go to resource group service also. Here also we have an option to create. Now subscription is mandatory. Then give the resource group name. Group name can be anything. It is not mandatory to be unique name. You can even give your name also here. I'll give as group 247. Region. Region means in which data center I'm going to create this resource group. By default, for me, it is using East US. I'm going with the East US. You can see here the full list of regions. Yeah. So if you are from India, we have a South India, West India, even we have a Central India also here. Here we have. So you can use this one also. Now, review plus create and click on create. But when I click on review plus create, here I'm getting validation passed. In Azure, whenever you're trying to create something, Azure is first validating those records. Once they validated, then we are able to. Done. And here I got the notification also from their side. So whenever you're going to create something, you will get this type of notifications here. Dismiss. And even if you are under that first 30 days that you have a credit of 15,800, whenever you're going to create any resource, after that, you will get a notification here how much credit is left. So under notification, you can check that also. By default, system is sending the notifications after whenever you create a resource. Go to virtual machine again. So create virtual machine. Now, here I'm able to see the resource group, which we have created. Now, we need to give the name of our virtual machine. Name can be any name. It is not mandatory to be unique name. It can be any name you can give. So I'll just give as VM-247. Scroll down. Now, right now we are going to discuss about few options. It is not possible to go with multiple options here. So right now I'm just going to focus on mandatory thing. Because in DevOps training, we are not going in much more depth about the virtual machines options. That's a part of the Azure admin training. So right, whichever is required for DevOps training, that's what we are going to discuss. So I have given the name. Now here we need to select the image. Image means operating system. Which image I'm going to select? Here it is showing us a recently used Ubuntu Server 20.04. If you scroll down more, you will get more images here. If you want to see more images, you can click on see all images. So I'm just going to select Ubuntu Server 20.04. So it means I have selected the operating system. So which operating system we have selected? Ubuntu 20.04 version. Yeah. Now, let's take example. My requirement is I need one CPU and 1 GB of RAM. I know that it's not sufficient, but right now this is my requirement. Just because just we are launching our thing. So for now, I can go with these things also. In Azure, we have an option. After that, in future, if you want to upgrade, we can upgrade also. But right now, this is my requirement. So what we need to do is here we need to select a size. Because whenever we want to select CPU and RAM, both are coming under a combination. I can't select CPU separately, RAM separately. Both are coming under a combination. So if I scroll down, here I'm getting the size. Which size I need to select? Here are the name of the size. Standard underscore B1S, D2S underscore V3, D4S underscore V3. So these are the name of the size. See all size. Here I'm getting. So here we have information how much CPU and how much of RAM we are getting here. But if you see here we have one size called B1S, which is coming under free services eligible. So it means this one you need to select. Right now, just few minutes before also I'm showing you. That time also might be have noticed it. B1S is mentioned. In this one, we get one CPU, 1 GB of RAM. And if you're going with this particular 1 CPU and 1 GB of RAM, Azure is giving some additional hard disk space with us, with this particular size. With B1S size, they are giving some additional hard disk space to us, which is 4 GB. That is additional. The main one we are going to select. We didn't select till now, we need to select that one. But additionally, they are giving us 4 GB, and here it is mentioned. 4 GB. Based on the size to size, whichever the size you are going to select, there are different temporary storage they are giving to us. Why they are giving temporary storage to us? Because whenever we are using any machine, system is using our CPU and RAM for their caches. They are using some our space for caches. So they have given that extra space, so system can use that extra space for that particular file, whichever it is generating it. And it is completely recommended from Azure side. Don't use this 4 GB of this space to store your file, because there is no backup of these particular 4 GB of the file. In Azure, we have a service backup. You can take a backup of your virtual machine, but they are not going to take a backup of this particular 4 GB. This is just a temporary storage. Even if you're going to open this particular storage, under that there is a documented, they have given it. In that document, it is clearly mentioned from their side, don't store any data. In that English also they are mentioning, Chinese language also they are mentioning. So I'm also informing you, don't store any data at any cost in this temporary storage. Whichever you are getting 16 GB, 7 GB, 4 GB, or 8 GB, whatever you are getting. Don't store. So which size I'm going to select? B1S. So what we have selected, we have given resource group, we have given virtual machine name, we have selected our image, and we have selected the size. So we have selected few options till now. Now we need to select a few more options, but before that, any question anyone have, you can please quickly raise your hand. Now, whatever the options I have selected till now, any question anyone have in this? Okay. No questions, so let's move forward. Now what we need to do is we need to give the administrator account details. Administrator account details, that how you want to connect your account. To connect your account, we have a two option. One is SSH public key, other one is password. For this particular session, I'm going to show you with password. In our tomorrow session, I'm going to show you with SSH public key also. So enter our username. So let me enter my username, but make sure the username whichever you're going to enter is unique. Why I'm saying it? Because in Azure, they have reserved few words you can't use as a username, like admin. You can't use. Super user, root. You can't, those words which are very common as a username, you can't enter it. They have restricted those words. So I'm giving username as Azure user. And your username must be 164 characters long. And then we need to give the password. And whenever you're giving password, out of these four, three of the following things you need to use: one lower, one upper, one number, one special character. And your password must be 12 and 72 characters long. So we are able to enter our password. Now, after entering of the password, here we have other option called inbound port rule. Now, just creating a virtual machine, our work is going to complete? No. We need to connect to that particular machine also, because without connecting on that particular virtual machine, we can't work on that particular virtual machine. So whenever we want to connect our Linux virtual machine, it is mandatory to enable a port number, and that port number is called as SSH port number. Without enabling of that port number, you can't connect to this particular machine by using your local machine. I can't connect this machine from my laptop if I'm not enabling this particular port number. Anyone knows the SSH port number? If anyone knows, you can please confirm in the chat box. So I got few correct answers. Very good. Okay. So the correct answer is 22. So SSH port, we having a number called 22. Every port is having a number. But if I scroll down, you can see here by default, Azure is enabling that particular port number. By default, they are enabling. If you are not enabling this port number, you are not able to connect to this machine by using your laptop. Same way for Windows also we have. For Windows, it is called as RDP. Anyone can send me the answer of RDP port number in the chat box if anyone knows. The correct answer is 3389. So whenever you are going to create a Windows machine, by default, Azure is going to enable RDP port number. And whenever you're going to create Linux machine, by default system is going to enable 22 port number. And how they get information which machine we are creating? Because of the image. Scroll down. So here we are able to enable that port number, and it means now I can connect to this machine with my laptop. Now click on next. Now when I click on next, we are in which tab? Disk tab. So it means we are going to select now hard disk. And by default, how much size they are giving us? 30 GB. Is 30 GB coming under our free tier for Linux operating system? No. Our free tier is coming is 64 GB. So maximum 64 GB is coming under our free tier. But by default, they are giving 30 GB. So if you want to go with 30 GB, you can go. You want to go with 64 GB, you can go with 64 GB also. But just for practice purpose for now, 30 GB is sufficient. But in our upcoming session, when we are learning about some other tools, at that time 30 GB is not sufficient. At that time, you need to create a machine with 64 GB. And till 64 GB is under free tier. So how much hard disk we are giving it? 30 GB. Now, So here we have some more tabs regarding this tab. We are not going to discuss in any of the tab in our DevOps training. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to directly click on review plus create. And whenever I'm going to click on review plus create, they are validating our records. So sometimes we get this error message. They have mentioned in basic tab. Just validate our records. All are correct. Again, click on review plus create. It happens sometime. Now you can see I didn't do any changes. Validation passed. Now I can click on create. Now here system is start creating our resources. And whatever the steps I'm following it, the document which I'm using, the PPT, in that PPT, all these, the PPT I'm not using right now, but the PPTs which I'm going to share in that PPT, all these steps are mentioned. So make sure whenever you're doing practice, you watch the video carefully and you can check the notes also. So it will be easy for you to do practice. So we are able to create our virtual machine. So the next thing what we need to do, we need to connect to this virtual machine. We'll connect that, but before that, any question anyone have, you can please raise your hand. Please quickly raise your hand if you have any question. Yes, Vivek.
Hi, Ankit. Good morning.
Good morning.
Am I audible?
Yes, Vivek.
Yeah. Ankit, why we need to create a virtual machine? What is the use of this to create this virtual machine?
Now, let's say example, you want to build an application. Can you build an application in your laptop and can you make it live in your laptop?
Okay.
I'm asking you something. Please give a response. Yes or no?
No.
Not possible. So there is a use of virtual machine. In virtual machine, you can build anything, and that you can make it live also. But in your laptop, it is not
Means
possible.
what we are going to do on this virtual machine?
Anything whatever you want to do, you can do anything. You want to build a website, you can build a website also in this, like a Netflix, Amazon Prime, any type of website you can build. You want to build a WhatsApp application, you can build that also. Anything, whichever you want to do under this virtual, it's like a computer to you.
Okay.
Okay. Any more question, Vivek?
No.
Yes, Ravin.
Hello, sir.
Yes, Ravini.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Tell me what is difference between virtual machine and Windows?
Virtual machine and Windows? There is no difference between virtual machine and Windows. Windows is an operating system. Virtual machine is a service.
Okay.
So sorry, your question is incorrect. There is no difference between virtual machine and Windows. Both are different things. Both are completely different. Windows is an operating system and virtual machine is a service.
Okay, sir.
Anyone have any more question? Okay, no questions. So let's move forward. Now, I'm going to click on virtual machine service. And I'm going to click on the name of my virtual machine. I want to connect this virtual machine. To connect to this virtual machine, I need to take a help of terminal. In market, we have thousands of terminals. With the help of that, you can connect this particular virtual machine. Right now, I'm going to show you how to connect this virtual machine with the help of Putty terminal. Because Putty is the #1 terminal used in the market. And we have one more terminal called Git. I'm going in tomorrow's session, I'm going to show you how to connect with that particular terminal also. So right now, let me show you using the putty. So what you need to do is you need to just search on Google, download putty. So let me share that particular website in the chat box. So if you just search on Google, download putty, the particular website coming on number 2, scroll down. Here I'm getting putty.exe. As per your system, whatever system you are using it, you need to check that one. Just click on putty.exe as per your system requirement. My system is this one. I'm going to click here. And then I'm going to save this file. Might be, guys, you will not get this particular screen which I'm showing you right now. Like it is giving a pop-up where I can save. Might be directly going to download in your downloads folder also. So it doesn't make any difference. It's directly going to download in your downloads folder, or you are getting a pop-up to select the folder. The only main thing is you need to download that file, or if after that, if you want to move that file in some location, just cut that file from there and paste it at some location. That I'm able to download and go to 247 batch number. Here is it. Putty. Now, I don't need to install Putty. Double click on that. Here we are able to open the Putty. Now, in the first thing, what it is asking, host name or IP address. So where we'll get the IP address? We have already opened our virtual machine. Here we have an IP address. Enter that IP address. This is public IP address. With the help of public IP address, I can connect to this particular machine. Then click on open. Click on accept our username. Enter. Password. Enter. And you can see here, we are able to connect to our Linux virtual machine with the help of Putty terminal. So this is how you can connect to this particular machine with the help of Putty terminal. Okay, let me show you how to connect with Git also. So just search on Google, download Git. The first website which we are getting, go there. Let me share this particular link also in the chat box. As per your system requirement, it's Windows, Mac, or Linux. Select that particular operating system. It's 34-bit or 64-bit. Click on that. I'm going to download that particular file. Take some more time. Done. Now, Putty we don't need to install, but Git it is mandatory to install. So what you need to do, you need to double click on it. In my system, it is already installed. Okay, no issues. If it's a new version, it is going to, yes, there's some latest version we got. In my one, it was 2.42.0.2. And that right now is 2.43.0. Okay. So it is start installing again. Taking some time. Okay, till that time it is taking time. Any question anyone have, you can please raise your hand. This will take some time to install. Yes, Joy.
Oh, my question is, but I'm just want to copy the chats that you send it to us.
There is no option to copy that particular chat. That's why I'm giving the link. You need to click on the link. That's by default restricted from Zoom, not from our side.
Oh, okay. Because what I can't do the installation at the moment. That's why I'm saying that.
You need click. Just search on Google, like I'm searching in front of you.
Okay, I will follow that. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, it's installed a little quickly today. That's really good. Now, I'm able to install Git. Now, what I need to do is, wherever in your system, right click, here you get open Git bash here. So we are able to open Git bash. And once you open the Git bash, you need to run one command here. Which command you need to run here? Let me show you that particular command. SSH-I hyphen space username, Azure user, at the public IP of our machine. Here is it. This one we need to run under Git bash. So copy, sorry, not, let me close the putty. Paste, enter. Type as yes, asking for password. You can see here, we are able to connect to that particular machine by using Git bash also. So make sure you can try to connect to this machine by using putty also, or by using Git bash also, because putty is #1 terminal in the market and Git bash is #2 terminal in the market. So this is how you can connect to your machine. Now, any question anyone have, please raise your hand. Yes, Charanjeevi.
Hi, Ankit.
Hi.
In AWS, while launching instance, key file is required.
Yes.
But here, that is not required.
Might be you have missed that particular part, Charanjeevi. I said that there are two options to connect to that machine. One is SSH public key, other one is password.
Okay.
Right now, I've shown you the password option.
Okay,
We have
understood.
SSH public key. I said that particular option I'm going to show in the tomorrow session. I have already informed that particular part. So please give your 100% when you're in this session, Charanjeevi.
Sorry, I forgot that. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Anyone have any more question? Yes, I.
Yes, Ankit. We created the VMs, right? After
Not
the
VMs. We have created one VM.
Yeah. After the uses of VM, how to be delete and how to
I'm going to show you that particular part.
data backup. Okay.
I'm going to show you how to delete it, because once you complete your practice, you need to delete all those things. Because if you see, let me show you one more thing. I'll go to resource group.
Yeah.
This is a resource group we have created. Group
Yes,
247. Under this, how many resources system has created? 6.
6.
IP, NSG, virtual network, network interface disk. You need to delete all the resources.
Oh yeah.
So the one option is you need to delete one by one. Other
Or
option is
select all.
no.
Oh,
Delete resource group.
okay.
If you delete this resource group, under the resource group, whatever the resources you have, system is going to delete all the resource group. Okay, I'm going to show you. Give me 2 minutes. Let's complete the questions.
Okay.
Then
Okay,
I'm going
thank
to
you.
show you.
Yeah,
Okay.
thank you.
Yes, Vivek.
Ankit, every time we need to delete this resource group, Ankit. Every time we
It's
need to
completely
delete
up to
it.
your wish. After a practice, if you want to delete, you can delete, or you can stop the virtual machine. You can start it whenever you want to start practicing.
Okay, if we won't stop the virtual machine, then billing
You
will
need
be
to go
generated
to
automatically.
no. Billing is not going to generate. For virtual machine, they are not going to charge you.
Okay.
Here we have a stop option. If you want to stop, we have a stop option. Once it is stopped, we have a start button also. Okay. Any more question, Vivek?
No.
Okay. Yes, a song you can unmute.
Yeah, when you were using Putty to
I
get
have
it.
used 2 terminals, not one single putty. I have used
Yes.
putty also, I have used Git bash also. I
Yeah.
said that putty is #1 terminal in the market right now.
Yeah,
And
I'm
Git bash is #2. That's
I'm
the
just
reason
going
I
back
am.
to Putty.
Let me complete first. That's why I'm showing you both the terminal, which are #1 and #2, because I want you to familiar with both the tools.
Okay.
Now you can continue if you have any more question.
Yes, my question was principally when you were using Putty, I saw you it asked for the user and the password. Where did you get that user and password?
Username, password, I have entered it while creating the machine.
Okay, thank you.
If you might be noticed it while creating a machine, I have given my username.
Okay, so if you
Here
forget,
is it.
is it possible that you can click on the
See
machine and
here,
see?
password. I have entered the username, password. I have entered it.
Thank you.
Yes, and there is an option we can reset also. That particular things we are learning in our Azure admin training.
Okay.
So how if you forget your password, you can reset your password.
Thank you.
Okay. Yes, Sandeep.
Hi, sir. Can we access through by command line these functionality we did it today?
Means what do you want to access?
We can Azure portal we can access by command
You
line.
want to create virtual machine by using command line interface? Yes, it is possible.
Yes.
You can create by using PowerShell also even.
Okay.
Even by PowerShell also it is possible. By using CL also it is possible. Those things we are teaching in Azure admin training. That's a part of Azure admin training.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Anyone have any more question? Please quickly raise your hand now, because now I'm going to show you how to delete the resources. Okay, no questions. Now I'm going. Yes, Joy.
Please, what do you call it? You said you have already done the Linux administration. What do you call it? Azure administration, and then AWS. So, is there any way that we can purchase, so that we can purchase the video as we are learning this alongside?
Yes, if you go with our website, we have an option of self-paced recordings also. Under self-paced recordings, if you go to view more, here is the recently batch which I've completed for Azure Admin 213. This is the recently batch I've completed for Azure DevOps 212. I have recently completed my AWS batch 181, 182. This is Azure AWS DevOps. So whatever the my batches are completed is already mentioned in the self-paced recordings.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone have any more question? Okay. Now I'm going to show you how to delete the resources. The one option is you can delete all the resources one by one. But in that case, it will take a lot of time. The best practice when you're doing practice is delete the resource group. So come to your resource group, copy the name of your resource group, click on delete resource group. And once you click on delete resource group, you need to enter the name of the resource group and then click on delete. Now, very carefully listen me, please. Once you click on delete, it doesn't mean that you can close the browser on the spot. Till that time you are not getting a proper notification from their side that it is deleted, don't close your browser. Because if you close your browser, it will stop on that spot. So till that time you are not getting a notification, don't close your browser. And whenever we are creating virtual machine, system is creating one more resource group with the name Network Watcher RG. It's actually a monitoring service we have. With the help of that, we can little bit of monitoring, we can do that. So delete this resource group also. Copy the name, delete resource group, delete. So till that time you're not getting a proper notification, don't close your browsers. So this is what we have from my side for the today's session. In tomorrow's session, we are going to learn about how to create a Linux virtual machine by using SSH public key, and then we are going with some other topic. Thank you all. Thank you for joining today's session. See you tomorrow. Have a nice day. Thank you.